Hello and welcome to I'm Alice podcast, and we're talking about connection, creativity, and how we find clarity through our ever-changing world that we live in. So we're talking about transformation and change. So welcome to this edition of I'm Alice podcast. I hope you enjoy it. So welcome, Linda, to I'm Alice podcast, where we talk about creativity, connection, and how we find clarity in this ever-changing world we live in. So welcome to the podcast. And if you'd just like to tell everyone a bit about you and what you do.
Yes, thank you, Alice, for having me on your lovely podcast. So my name's Linda Grace, and approximately 13 years ago, I started to channel temples, golden temples that I saw, if you like, they're in the sky. So the temples are etheric, but if you can think of, oh, well, these temples are in the sky, but they are accessible. So I started with many temples, but now the temples are growing, and there's approximately 250 temples that have been placed in the etheric all around the world. So the temples are in the etheric of sacred spaces, sacred places, ley lines, they're over towns, cities, mountains. Some are in the oceans. There are 52 now that are actually in the oceans, because if you think our planet is 2/3 surrounded by water, so there are temples in the etheric of the oceans as well. So the purpose of the temples, they start at fifth dimensional, so they're for the new earth. So they're fifth dimensional, moving on up, touching on the 14th dimension at the moment. They are surrounded by rainbow angels, but the purpose is to help heal humanity. So when you connect to the temples of golden light, they can heal you physically. If they can't heal you physically, then they'll guide you to who can heal you physically. Also, emotionally, they help you. Mentally, they help you. They help you to be peaceful, calm, to relax. They also help you see with clarity, give you focus, inspiration, and they also help you to create your own vision. So they help you with abundance. They help you to believe in yourself, because, as you know, Alice, a lot of people don't love themselves because of whatever reason, the way life has gone. But they could have suffered mental difficulty or physical disability. So lots of people don't love themselves. So the temples will help you to love yourself. They'll help you to be more forgiving, more loving, more compassionate. And they encompass so many different religions. And I know religions is a difficult topic, but where the temples have been placed, they are of that energy. So in Europe, there's quite a lot of temples to connect to Jesus Christ, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene. And then, of course, with the temples in the Middle East, they would connect more to Muhammad, that kind of energy. So in Australia, of course, the temples are a cross between Aboriginal and the Christed energy. New Zealand, 2 temples there will be Maori and Christed. Across the USA, they will be Native American Indian as well as Christed energy, because the temples go with the energy of the elders, the ancient elders, the souls that were here first on the land. They also connect to the unicorns and to the elementals, to the whole of the Angelic Realm, which is overlighted by Archangel Metaziel. So all of the temples are surrounded by the rainbow angels, but there is a whole realm of the rainbow realm, as I call it, the rainbow golden realm. So within that realm, you have the rainbow angels that help you heal yourself. You have the pearlescent rainbow angels that help you with clarity, focus, inspiration. You have the golden rainbow angels that help you with abundance and what you want to hold the vision for, how you want the new earth to be created in your own life. You've got the platinum white golden rainbow angels that help you with really, really deep-seated heart stuff that needs clearing, deep-seated solar plexus stuff that needs healing. You've then got the rainbow cherubim angels. So, and they're quite big with the temples of gold light. They're about 3 foot high, these cherubim, and they help you with joy, fun, and laughter. You then have the Seraphina golden rainbow angels. So they are the warrior. They are the warrior rainbow angels. They're the warrior rainbow angels called the Seraphina. They are a cross between the energy of Archangel Michael and Joan of Arc. So they help you with strength, courage, bravery, stand in your own power. So then you have the Seraphim golden rainbow angels. So they're very good at when you want to send healing around the world, when you want to send healing to your families. And then you have the Elohim golden rainbow angels. So they will help with what also you want to create in the new earth, how you want the new earth to be. So the temples of golden light can help you in many, many ways. I do have a book which I will just lift up just to show you. But this is the book Temples of Golden Light that you can order from my website. So the temples, they are building on themselves. As I say, there's 250. But as the earth, as she ascends, then more temples will come down because the space has to be cleared on the earth for the temple to be there. Do you see? So we will be getting more temples of golden light. So I don't know how many eventually we will have. And they connect to all of the pure energies on the planet and off the planet. They will connect to the star systems of Sirius, Andromeda, Antares, Pleiades, lots of different star systems, and to the planet Venus. So the connections is with all of the pure energies on the earth. And they're overlit by 3 goddesses because they're primarily goddess, divine feminine energy. They're overlit by Lady Nada, who's a twin flame of Jesus Christ. They're overlit by Goddess Jacinta. I've got a picture actually behind me on the wall. She's a Mayan elder. So she connects to nature, to the rainforest, to Mother Earth's heart center. And then I've got another picture. I'm not sure if you can see.
Yeah, I can see. I can see all the pictures. Yeah.
Yeah. So those 3 goddesses overlight the temples, and the connection with the temples of golden light comes through meditation or contemplation. You could, for example, go on a walk through the park or through the woods or forest or out in nature, and if you set the intention to connect with the temples of golden light, then you can start to connect with the temples of golden light. The main temple is in the etheric over Istanbul, Turkey. The reason being, there's a really old ancient ley line beneath Turkey. So the main temple, which is massive, which it overlights 95% of Istanbul, Turkey, it is in the etheric there. And from there, the temples of golden light, they're a grid work, they're a network, and they extend all around the world. And there are a couple of temples of golden light in Bali. So one is in the etheric of Sanur in Bali. That's overlit by Green Tara, the water goddess. And also there's another one in the north, Singajara. I can't pronounce it properly. You can probably help with the pronunciation on that.
Yeah.
So there are 2 temples. Yes. But also there is a new ocean temple, which is in the etheric of the ocean, right by Bali. So basically there are 3 temples of gold light in the etheric of Bali.
And do you know whereabouts in the ocean it is in Bali? Which part? Is it east, south, north, or west?
It's east. It's east of Bali.
I wonder whether it's Ahmed, east of Bali.
I think so. Yeah, yeah. I channeled it just a few months ago. Yeah, yeah. It's a new one. It's a new one. So it's east of Bali, near Ahmed. Yeah, yeah. And of course, you see the ocean temples. They connect to the dolphins and the whales and, you know, the porpoises, the sea lions, the elephants, seals, the turtles. So all of the ocean temples connect to water and to the dolphins' energy. So as well as the temples can lift you up and help you ascend on your ascension pathway, but you also need to dig deep so that you are grounded on earth. So you need the balance to be up and down. So that's why there's only over 50 oceanic temples now, into water, to the dolphins, to the whales, to the little penguins and all the aquatics, you see.
Wonderful. And so maybe you can tell us about how you found these, you discovered these temples. Obviously, you've gradually discovered them over the years, but how did you get the original kind of template for it?
Yes, so that happened, it's about 13 years ago. So I just, one day, because I'm actually clairvoyant, psychic, I'm a channel for the Ascended Masters, God, Goddess, Angelic Realm, as well as I do healing and help people in all sorts of ways spiritually. What happened was one day I woke up and I just clairvoyantly saw this massive temple. And I then had a client and she came and I said, I keep seeing the picture of this temple. And because she was clairvoyant, she said, I can see it. And she drew it. So she drew the original picture of that temple, which was in the etheric over Istanbul in Turkey. And from there, I then channeled the second largest temple, which is in the etheric of New York in the USA. Then I channeled Athens, Greece. So they kind of have a bit of a sort of pecking order in as much as the size. So the way it goes with the main temples is Istanbul, New York, Athens, then it's Antarctica, Sedona in the USA, and then it's the Pacific Ocean one, which is the main oceanic temple. Then it's Machu Picchu, Peru. Then it's Stonehenge over here in England, the UK. Uluru, Australia, Agra, India, Phoenix, Arizona, Paris, France. So that was the 12 main temples that I channeled. But then I channeled more. So then came Glastonbury in England, Lourdes in France, Bhutan in the Himalayas, or Himalayas as they say over there. Ancient Egypt, there is a temple, but it's not in the Pyramid of Giza, which is interesting. It's the entrance to the ancient Egyptian temple is in the floor of the Sphinx, which is not far from Giza, but I think it's probably because so many people have visited Giza temple, you know, it's maybe got a bit contaminated. So the etheric entrance is at the right hand floor of the Sphinx. So then there was Mount Shasta in the USA, then Petra, Jordan, Nigeria, Africa, the Azores, Portugal, you know, then followed lots and lots of other temples, Lake Titicaca, which is in Peru also. And there's so many, you know, Lake Manitoba, Canada, Tokyo, Japan, Bosnia, pyramids in Europe, and lots of other temples, Sanur, Bali, and the one in the north of Bali. So they are literally all around the world. There's not quite as many in China. There's probably about 8 temple in China for whatever reason. But there could be more, you see, there could be more because the temples come more and more and more. So I just started to write all of the places down where the temples of golden light were that I was guided to write down. And then I would see pictures of those temples and I would get what energy were they, you know. Obviously, the New York temple connects to the Native American First Nation people, plus a lot of ascended masters, plus Archangel Michael and Archangel Faith, and the whole of the rainbow angelic realm. So then, of course, you've got Machu Picchu, which is the Temple of Enlightenment. So that connects also to the Mayan energy, as well as other different energies. So Paris, France, Lourdes, they connect to Jesus Christ, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene. Athens, Greece, that temple connects to Pallas Athena. So you've got them, Poseidon, Pallas Athena, Zeus, Apollo. You've got then all the Grecian gods and goddesses that had, I think, left the planet because it became too dark, too heavy. But now they've come back again and they're overlighting Greece. So there's lots of different energies. The Sedona, USA, connects to the Native American Indian Jesus Christ. Mount Shasta connects to the Native American Indians Jesus Christ. And Australia connects very much to the Aboriginal energy. So the temples there in Uluru. There's one in Margaret River, which is 3 hours south of Perth. There's another one in Perth in the etheric of an island called Rottnest Island, which is probably about a 45-minute ferry boat ride from Hillary's Boat Harbour in Perth. And then you've got other temples in Sydney, Adelaide, Cairns, Gold Coast, lots of different areas around Australia. And of course, Australia is not that far really from Bali. So there's so many with all different energies because they have to encompass the different energies of that area, that country where the temples are. So Sanoa Bali is Green Tara, the water goddess, you see. And she's a very beautiful, lovely, peaceful, calm temple. So I will do meditation to connect to that temple.
So yeah, tell us more about yourself, Linda, and the work that you do.
Okay, well, the work that I do, I've been clairvoyant since I was really young, since I was 24. That's many years ago now. I didn't really do anything with it, just help family and friends, but not loads, you know. And then I trained initially as a Reiki healer. I think lots of people trained as Reiki healers. I became a Reiki master. I learned how to do reflexology. I learned how to do Indian head massage. So these were all starting points for me doing healing on other people, because I think people that do those modalities, there's people that do massage, I think they're all healers and they bring through their own energy of healing. And that's how it all started for me, which was, gosh, a long time ago. But I started working full-time doing this work, approximately 22, 23 years ago. So I do sessions. I'm basically an ascension teacher, and I come under the umbrella of clairvoyance, mediumship. I can channel. I do healing with people, meditation teacher. That's the umbrella that I come under. It's all spiritual work. I do have to make sure that I'm fully grounded at all times. So I don't consider that really, I say it's my work, but to me it's not work because I love what I do. So therefore, although obviously, you know, I do receive money for it, but I don't see it as work. It's what I love doing. I do, however, have a YouTube channel and that's free, of course. So we're in England. I'm on most Sundays at 10 a.m. That's UK time. I think in Bali you're 7 hours ahead. So that would be 5 p.m. So I go live most Sundays. What I do is a meditation to connect to one of the temples of golden light. I then I give people a little message, because I created oracle cards, a Temple of Golden Light oracle cards. So what I would do is I would, here's the Temple of Golden Light oracle card. So what I would do is I would shuffle them, and then I would pick out a card for people, and I will give them a message. It's usually just a one-liner, but it could be more than that. Depends really what's going on with that person. So I just pick a card for you, Alice.
Mm.
So you've got Archangel Metaziel. So Archangel Metaziel is a twin flame of Archangel Honoriel, and they overlie all of the rainbow angels, and they come under the directorship of Archangel Metatron. So this is a very, very good card, actually, Alice. So what it says is, Archangel Metatron, I will help you enjoy life and celebrate the blessings you are about to receive. So that means for you, the good news is coming.
Yeah.
Okay, so that does mean good news is coming. So that's a brilliant card. So I do 3, if that's okay. Just show you example.
Yeah, please do. Yeah.
So now you've got Archangel Michael, and I'm just shuffling these, and just there's 52 cards here. So this is Archangel Michael. So Archangel Michael is encouraging you to speak your truth when needed, and gives you total protection. He gives you total protection, he's saying. All right.
Great.
So I'll pick out another card. They're quite big, but that was the way I was guided to have them created. And they were all created by a lady called Leslie Love, who is clairvoyant, and she just drew them all. So here you've got the card of your guardian angel. So it says your guardian angel loves you so much and always looks after you. Okay, so
I'm feeling
that's
very
for you, Alice.
Yeah. I've been using the cards too. Yeah, I've been using the cards too, and I find them very powerful. They feel very special. They've got a beautiful, because obviously they've all been painted, quite big paintings like the ones behind you. And they do have a very powerful energy. I do feel that, and they're very uplifting. And I love the golden edge on the, the golden edges. Yeah, they have a beautiful energy, I must say. Yeah, I was really happy to receive them. So thank you for that. That's great. Yeah.
So I do that free. Most Sundays, obviously not every single Sunday if it's a bank holiday or if it's a family celebration. And my YouTube is called Temples of Golden Light, recently.
Yeah, I'll put the link below. Yeah, I'll put the links to your website and how to contact you and join you on Instagram and everything. So what else do you share about how these temples, how people need to find out and sort of believe? Because obviously, because we can't see them with our physical eye, it's like, it's like how we can really feel the connection to these powerful temples.
Yeah. So the temples of golden light, for those people that do meditate, and obviously not everybody does meditate, when you meditate, you will sense, feel, possibly see, or just know that the temples exist, and the universe will give you signs, little signs. So if you don't meditate, then what you can do is you can go for a walk, and preferably on your own and not with anyone else, because when you go for a walk on your own, you're more likely to go through what we call contemplation. You'll be thinking, you'll be relaxing. So what you need to do is just set the intention to connect to the temples of golden light, and you will connect, and you will, again, the universe will give you a sign. It's just so much better to go for a walk on your own, because if you're with someone else, they could be talking a lot and you're not really going to relax or feel peaceful or quiet because somebody else is talking to you. So I recommend that you go for a walk on your own. And the other way is, before you go to sleep at night, you can just say to yourself, I want to connect, or I would like to connect
Mm-hmm.
to the temples of gold light just before you go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And then you will connect to the temples of gold light. So you could wake up, you maybe had a dream, or you maybe just know that in your heart they do exist. And there again, the universe will give you a sign, or someone will say something, you will go somewhere, and you will just know that temples of gold light exist. They will, I'm told that they will, some people will start to see them when we are in the fifth dimension, when we're in the fifth dimensional earth. And I believe that is in a few years. But people that are spiritual sensitive, they do see them, they do get a sense of them, and they just know that they're there. So they will be coming into the vision. But if you think, somebody once said to me, just think of temples in the sky, then that's a good way of thinking of the temples of golden light. Just think of temples in the sky.
Yeah, and we all know about how important intention is. Intention is very key. If you have an stated intention, everything is magnified, becomes more powerful. So that's a really easy way, really, of feeling this energy of connection with them. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a quick way as well, because if you think of intention before you go to sleep, it's a quick way of connecting straight away. And then when you set the intention, you could also then think about, what is it you need clarity on? What is it you need to be focused on in your life? Do you need any inspiration? Do you need to know about your future? Do you need to know about your work, your relationship, any health issues? You can ask for clarity, focus, inspiration. And then also you can ask for healing, and you can ask for your abundance. You can ask for, as well, of course, obviously, divine guidance, divine grace. You can ask for all that before you go to bed. So you can pray, you can ask, say, please, can you help me? I need some help here. I don't know what to do. I need some help. So to set the intention, yeah, it's really, really powerful. Just set the intention.
And that's really something that everyone could do, because obviously that's really not very difficult. Just to try that out and see what happens, and keep on doing it and see.
Yeah, it just takes a couple of minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, absolutely. And people can pray for healing for their families, for their friends, neighbours, for their animals. Pray for peace around the world, peace and happiness and joy around the world. Obviously, there's so much going on around the world. You can pray for humanity, pray for the families, for people, for couples, for people on their own, for the animals. Pray for everybody, It just depends what you want to ask for, but set the intention, definitely.
Great. Okay.
The temples of golden light do absolutely everything.
Sounds
everything
wonderful.
You can think of.
Yeah, I think that seems like a really easy way of connecting it and asking for what you need, and asking for like prayers for family and friends. And I know a lot of people have been going through a lot of grief recently. A lot of people are leaving the planet, and that always makes us feel very unstable. And I always send prayers intentionally out to members of my family and people that are leaving. And yeah, I just send them out, from my heart, and just, I feel they get them because I'm sending them. So it's like holding that intention, isn't it? And we all need support during these sort of turbulent times. So it's just another way of, well, I'll try that. I'll ask the temples for support to help me through financial difficulties or relationship difficulties or whatever I need to bless me and make me healthy. Yeah, it sounds great.
And of course, sometimes what we think we do need, something else can happen, but in a much better way that we didn't expect, because the way we think is quite limiting. So you can ask for something and then you do get something else. You're like, oh, I didn't think of that. And then you get something in a different way,
even
that's
better,
more beneficial to you.
Yeah.
And of course, you've got to believe in the infinite possibilities. There are so many ways of things happening to help people in their lives. So just think, the universe and the temple of golden light, infinite possibilities. It helps in so many ways. as long as you do trust, surrender, and accept. You need to, everyone has to trust. You trust the universe, trust the golden light. Trust is the key. And I've learned that the hard way.
Yes, I think trust is a tricky one, but I mean, there's no harm in trusting the universe and the temples, because you've got other delays, you know. I mean, obviously, when it comes to different things, it's harder. But yeah,
people have been independent, you know, they've thought that they were in control of their lives. And so when it comes to, oh, I need to trust the temples of gold light, trust the universe, trust the angel, you know, it's like, really? Do I need to do that? But actually, yes, because in so many ways, wonderful things do happen, and even in a better way when you trust, because you then kind of expect the unexpected, but in a nice way, in a very nice way.
Yeah, because then you're more open to expansion. Because if you're not trusting, you're holding on. You're holding on and you're trying to control. Whereas when you trust, and even just the word trust, to me, it sounds more relaxed. Because like, oh, I just trust. You know, it sounds like you're relaxing, therefore you're opening up, you know, your aura, yourself to possibilities. Whereas when you're not trusting, your intention, you're in pain, and what's going to come in? It's like maybe not good things.
When you don't trust, you're still trying to control it. You see, whatever situation or circumstances are, you're still trying to control it. So, but it is tricky, you know, especially when you've lived a life on your own and you've needed or thought you needed to be in control. I think, you know, everybody is helped by their angels, by their helpers in the spirit world, family members, ancestors, by guides and guides. So everyone is helped, but we don't always realize how much actually we are helped.
And if we trusted a bit more, then maybe we'd receive it quicker and make us happier in the long run, for sure. Thank you for listening to I'm Alice podcast. And if you'd like to like and subscribe my channel, it would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for listening, and see you next time.